Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexis, and the purpose of this channel is to inspire women to prioritize self-care despite challenges. So I finally did it. I got Lipo 360, and now that I am in recovery mode and I'm getting back into the swing of things and I'm feeling more so like myself, I am super excited to share everything with you all. As of this video, I am 10 days post-op, and let me just tell you, it has been a great experience for me. Experiencing recovery in private and making sure everything was fine. My post-op appointments was really important to me. So now that I'm comfortable, I feel like, what better time to have a Q&A? So let's get right into it. So the first question, and these are just some random questions I got from Google. Why did you decide to get lipo? I actually never just wanted lipo 360 only. I wanted a tummy tuck, and I've said it in a few videos, and anybody who is close to me know that I have been bringing up getting a tummy tuck for over 10 years. This is my most, well, it was, girl. My midsection has always been my most problematic area, no matter how clean I ate, no matter the detoxes, no matter the exercises, it has always been an issue. A few vlogs ago, I took y'all with me to get a consultation for a tummy tuck. I actually did 2 consultations, one for just Lipo 360 and one for a tummy tuck and lipo. And after seeing the before and after photos of people who had a tummy tuck with the lipo and people who just had lipo 360 only, I was like, I'm really liking the lipo 360 only after photos. Like, the tummy tuck, of course they look good, but I don't have to have a super flat stomach. I just want the area to be a lot smaller. The doctor, he knows how to contour. He really gets into those flanks and sculpts your body, and that's what I'm looking like, girl, under this faja and under the boards. Next question is, how did I choose my surgeon? It kind of falls into the first question that I was answering. I have been looking at this doctor, I said 2 years, but I really think it's been 3 years, almost 3 years that I've been looking into this doctor. Now, I do want to give a backstory. There was this other company that I was going to get surgery with back in 2023. I actually lost thousands of dollars because I made my first payment towards it, and I also did my deposit and all of that. I'm so glad I didn't go with that company because, y'all, something just didn't feel right. I met the doctor last minute. They didn't ask for any of my health history, and it just didn't feel right. So a big reason why I chose this surgeon is because when I was in the room waiting for him, like when he came in, the energy just gave immediate comfort and trust. And unlike the other company that I was going to go to, they required blood work, EKG, just everything that a surgeon should. That's not the part that got to me though. When I had another appointment with him, when I knew that I was going to have surgery, when I had my second visit, I came in with a lot of emotions because around this time I had a allergic reaction out of nowhere. I was really scared. It was just a really traumatic time for me. I spoke about it some vlogs ago, and the way this doctor showed care and concern, and the way he jotted down all this information, and just, it was everything. So I felt comfortable going to this doctor, especially since he told me he worked on family members. So I felt really comfortable. The next question is, how much did it cost? So I won't tell how much it costs exactly, but I will say this. It all depends on your BMI, how many areas you're getting treated, and just the fees at the doctor's office, So it varies. It's just best to get a consultation from different doctors and just going with that. I also got my surgery local. It made more sense to me. I didn't have to take a flight to and from. I wanted everything local for all of my post-op appointments, and I wanted face-to-face appointments. That mattered a lot to me. I didn't have to pay for a hotel and things like that. So, you know, if you are considering getting surgery out of town where you live, just consider the hotel, the flights. If you're going to go to a recovery house, just consider all that. It might end up being the same amount of a good surgeon that you have local. The next question is, were you nervous? I was beyond nervous. Now, the day of surgery, I wasn't, because I put all of those emotions behind me, and I just wanted to come in with high energy and just, you know, positive vibes. So I lost all of my nerves and all of my fear prior to going to surgery, and I had been just doing a lot of positive self-talk, having visions of me coming out of surgery, everything good, everything well. But weeks before, super nervous. The next question is, what did you have to do to prepare? So my preparation started the day I booked my surgery. That's when preparation started for me. So they were saying stop all of your vitamins and supplements 2 weeks before surgery. I started way before that. You know, like the caffeine and stuff like that. I don't think it was a requirement from my doctor to stop as early as I did, but I stopped like 5 weeks before, and I didn't have coffee. It's a lot of things that I was not taking that I usually take on a daily basis, like my herbs and stuff. I stopped taking that stuff at least 4 weeks prior to surgery. I already live a healthy lifestyle. I do a lot of walking, a lot of cardio, but as the time got closer, I increased my cardio to 6 days a week. Get into the actual surgery questions. The first question is, what areas did you have done? Areas I got done was my flanks, my abdomen, and my back and bra rolls. Next question is, how long was the surgery? I have no idea. I know I was scheduled at 6:30 in the morning, and I believe I made it home at 12. I don't even remember getting in a wheelchair. I don't remember the ride home. I don't remember nothing. I just remember the next day asking Terrence, what time did you pick me up? What time did they call you? Like, girl, I was out of it. I don't remember nothing. All right, so the next question is, was the surgery painful? I don't know, because I was put to sleep real good. I didn't feel anything. Yeah, I don't remember nothing. Get into the best part, which is questions about the first few days. So the first question is, what was the pain really like from a scale of 1 to 10? When you are taking your pain medicine, the pain is going to be 0. At least for me. I was good with the pain meds. But once the pain medicine wear off, let me explain. So at first, I was just taking the pain medication like the first day or two before I felt the pain. So the first day or two, I would say a 6.5. And that's because, you know, I stopped the pain before it really came in full force. But as days went by, I let myself go longer and longer without the pain medicine, just to see if I can do without it. When it reached about a 9, I was like, let me go ahead and take this pain. So I hope that answers the question. As long as you're taking your pain medication, you won't feel anything. If you're someone like me that really don't want to take pain medicine, it can go up to a 10, I bet, because it hurts. Your body's going through a lot. The next question is, were you able to walk afterwards? Yes, I was able to walk after, but I just kind of got some visions, like some memories on and off when I came home. I think I just kind of remember holding on to Terrence, like my first day back, like the first hour after surgery. girl, it is a blur. But yes, I was able to walk, and the next day I would say the next day I was up doing stuff, and by day 3 I was like cooking and like doing chores and stuff because I can't help it. I'll get into that. How did I sleep? Man, let me tell you, I got some of the best sleep I've gotten in a while. And honestly, I slept so good. I saw a difference in my eyes. I saw just a difference with like my glow. And this really encouraged me to start taking my sleep regimen more serious than what I was before, because when they say beauty sleep, that's a real thing. I took so many naps throughout the day. I went to sleep early. I had deep sleep. I slept so good, y'all. The best sleep I had in a while. You know, Terrence kind of set the bed up for me, really comfortable. I had everything I needed on the bedside. He came waiting for me for like whatever I needed, and I was really comfortable, and I took as many naps as I wanted to throughout the day, and Terrence held the house down, so I didn't have to do anything you know, the first couple of days but rest, hydrate, and sleep. Question is, how did you take a shower? I'm a very, very by the book person, and I called my doctor's office and I asked them to give me step-by-step instructions on how to take a shower. So my incisions were covered and I had to use antibacterial soap. Before I got in the shower, which was the second day, my doctor told Terrence, like, make sure I take my faja and my boards and my foam off, like once I take it off, to sit on the side of the bed and make sure that I am good, because I have been compressed for so long, and if I just stand up straight after taking my garments off, my blood pressure can drop, and you know, it can result to fainting. So I took my shower the next day. It was a thorough but quick shower, and after the shower I made sure that all of my incisions were dry, and I put on my arnica cream, and I put on my body butter that I make myself, and I put my stuff back on, and I got back in the bed and I rested. And all right, did I need someone to help me? Yes. So especially for the first 4 to 5 days, you are going to need help. It's just no way around it. You're going to need help. Your body is recovering, you're tired, and like just after the shower, my first few showers, I just felt tired. Like I was just holding on to my husband, like, because I was fatigued. Like I'm tired after taking the shower, and then I have to put all of this stuff back on. It didn't tire me out, but I just felt a little I guess I was tired out, girl. Look at me not trying to admit that I was tired out. I was definitely a little tired out. Dang, girl, put your pride to the side. As the days went by, I needed Terrence less and less, and yeah, I would just say you're gonna need somebody to help you, especially putting that faja on. Next question is, what surprised you the most? To me, the most was the swelling and the bruising. Now, girl, my doctor told me, he warned me, he said you're gonna be swole, you're gonna be bruised. He said you fair skin, you're gonna be black and blue, you're gonna be swole. Girl, I did not know it was gonna be that swole. I had no idea it was gonna be this bruised. I had no idea. That is what caught me off guard and surprised me the most. And I just want to say, day 2, when I took all of my compression garment off, pay attention and take pictures, because I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have taken pictures the day after post-op, because those are the results right there. You're not gonna see those results. You're gonna see those results on and off because of the swelling. Take pictures. Soon as you get out there, faja, take the pictures, girl. Take the pictures. Okay, now let's get into some recovery questions. The first question is, how long did the swelling last? Like I said, y'all, I'm day 10 and I still have some swelling. As far as my bruising, most of my bruising is gone away. I have like this, the biggest bruise that's slowly fading away, but just about all, I would say about 90% of my bruising is gone. As far as the swelling, I would say this has been the most challenging part of this whole journey is the swelling. It is something serious. The next question is, when did you start feeling like yourself again? I started feeling like myself again once I got my first lymphatic massage, which was 7 days after the surgery. Next question to this section is, what's the hardest part about recovery? For me, the hardest part is not being able to do what I want to do, girl. Like, I want to do what I want to do. I got to follow rules. So that's the hardest part for me, like just not being anxious and reminding myself to not do too much. Like I said, I think it was day 3 I started cooking again. Now, it was meals that wasn't big, crazy meals. It was just like, you know, baked chicken and vegetables and stuff like that. It wasn't nothing that just kept me on my feet. I would simply just clean my chicken, season it, put it in the oven, and go back and rest. So the hardest part of recovery is just not doing things that I used to do prior to surgery, just standing in the kitchen long amounts of time, and also not going to the gym, not going to kickboxing, not going to the grocery store, not running my errands as long as I want to, like having a time limit on everything just to make sure that I am still resting too, because resting is a huge part of recovery. The next question is, did you have fluid build up or lumps? The question to that is yes. So this is where those lymphatic massages are going to come in play. They are very, very important, and finding the right massage therapist is important. Luckily, I've already had a relationship with my massage therapist. I had been talking to her, letting her know that I'm going to get surgery, and I knew she was the person I was going to be going to. She is highly educated and passionate about what she does, and you know, just with my background in healthcare, I know a lot about the lymphatic system, and this is something that I do on a regular basis, and it was just easy for me to know to do the lymphatic massages. But I didn't want to do the lymphatic massage myself until I went to my massage therapist and she showed me. A lot of information on YouTube and books and stuff like that, but because I move a little different now, because at first, girl, I'd be trying to do everything myself, but I'm like, let me just get the knowledge from my massage therapist. When she already had told me she's going to show me how to do it myself, I got the information from her. I visually saw how to do it, and yeah, I learned from the best. I just want to also say that breathing is important, and opening up those pathways is super important. So if you're going to get lymphatic massages, make sure that your massage therapist is warming you up and they're opening those pathways and they are encouraging you to hydrate. Your surgeon should be telling you that as well. Next question that falls under recovery is, when can you exercise again? I can start back lifting weights in 6 weeks, and as far as cardio, I can do that now, and I have been doing it. So a few vlogs ago, I told y'all that I started a walking group here in my city, and I met with them Wednesday, which was that 8 days after surgery? I think it was 8 days after surgery. So that was my first day walking. I went walking today, and I was only able to do 20 minutes of walking 8 days post-op, like 20 minutes outdoors. Today I woke up and I did 40 minutes of walking. Get those 40 minutes of walking outdoors. The next question on the recovery is, when could you drive and go back to work? So fortunately, I work from home. I'm an herbalist, you know, and before surgery, I got everything together in business so that I can take off. And as far as driving, I'm not a person that has to do a lot of driving anyway, but my doctor did clear me. You know, just make sure you're not driving when you are on medication, of course. Right, the next question under recovery is, how often do you wear your compression garment in faja? Girl, I wear this thing 23 hours a day. The faja is cool, but it's the boards and the foam. It's the boards and the foams that get to me. Like I said, y'all, I am 10 days post-op. I'm still wearing my faja. I'm wearing boards and I'm wearing foam, and I'm also wearing a compression top underneath everything. I'm wearing the compression top under everything because that's what my doctor told me to do. Your doctor might tell you something different. The last question for recovery is, when do I get to stop wearing the foam and the boards? I have my next appointment the second week of July, and hopefully he tells me that I don't have to wear the foam and boards anymore. And I think at that point I'm going to also be in my stage 2 faja, because this one is getting loose. Ooh, the girl, you know what that mean, girl. Faja getting loose, honey, you know what that mean, right? The swelling going down, the healing is coming into place, and those results are kicking in. I'm so excited. So this is the last section, and it is honest thoughts. First question under honest thoughts is, was it worth it? Absolutely. This was absolutely worth it. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so glad I did this for myself. I had a child at 16, and I didn't know anything about like doing things to make your body snap back in place. And I didn't know anything about my body. I'm 16, you know what I'm saying? And that was the beginning of the downfall of I won't say downfall, because I give my old body so much gratitude. That is the body that carried 2 babies. That is the body that carried me, that nourished me, that protected me, that did everything it was supposed to. But this was after having my first child, the imperfections started. Child, I've been wanting to get a tummy tuck for over 10 years. I remember going to my first consultation in 2013. I had to be in my early 20s. That's how bad my midsection has been. And no matter how much I lost weight, it was still so much. It was just an odd shape, and it made me very insecure, and I could not dress the way I wanted to. And one of the reasons I wanted to get surgery is because your midsection can mess up a whole outfit. And even if you put on some type of girdle or something like that, shapewear, sometimes this shapewear can shape you and make everything else ooze out, and it don't look good. Y'all, like I mentioned, I was scheduled to have a tummy tuck alternative in 2023, and I talked myself out of it. Now, I talked myself out of it for good reasons. I just did not feel prepared mentally, and also I just did not trust the company. It's been so much time between 2023 and up until I finally booked with my surgeon. It's been so many times like I talked myself out of it, like I'm not gonna get it. Like I let fear consume me. And honestly, this has shown me to trust myself, because I was really afraid. I had to really sit myself down and be like, Alexis, you have been putting in the work for years, girl. You are really about this life. You are big on health, nutrition, wellness. You are big with getting lab results and reading your lab and understanding it and correcting whatever is not in range. I'm big on this, right? I'm big on mental health, physical, like health holistically. So I'm glad that I did this for myself, because it showed me that yes, I can trust in myself, and also that man, you can't let fear stop you from living. And the first 2 days of getting my surgery, I kid you not, I felt spiritually lighter. I realized that I was holding on to certain emotions, and I feel like somehow with this surgery and me coming back into my new body, I don't know what it was. Yeah, I just feel it. There was a shift energetically. There was a shift. Certain things that I was holding on to, I'm no longer holding on to. And I just feel so much free, so much lighter. It was an energetic shift. Made me appreciate life, family. It just made me appreciate so much. I was so afraid because just a month before, I had this crazy allergic reaction, and I was so concerned. And both my doctors, who I was working with closely, they both just took care of me, and I appreciate it. Woo! Somebody cutting the onions, honey. Getting Lipo 360 was one of the best things I've ever done for myself, and I deserved it. Next question under this last section, which is honest thoughts. Would you do anything differently? I would not. I planned this out to the T. I planned it out. I meal prepped before surgery. I ate clean. I exercised. This is a part of my regular life anyway, but I really just buckled down. I wouldn't do anything differently. And if you are thinking about doing Lipo 360 or getting a tummy tuck or a mommy makeover, whatever it is that you're choosing to do, just, of course, listen to your doctor and be gentle with yourself throughout this process, and be as disciplined and active as you can, because that's going to help you with recovery. The next question is, what do you wish someone had told you beforehand? I wish somebody would have told me this swelling was going to be like this. Right here. This is a good one. What recovery items were absolutely worth buying? Because let me tell you, them people on the internet going to be telling you to buy this, this, and that. The products that I swear by is my arnica cream, my arnica and bromelain pills, extra foams, a second faja, and a board. And you want this second faja even though your doctor might provide you with your second stage one like my doctor does, but you're gonna need that other faja. Like I have one on right now, and I have another one that's clean. So when I switch out of this one after I take my bath or something, I can rotate and wear that one. You know what I'm saying? So those are the absolute necessities that I needed recovering through Lipo 360. All of these gadgets and extraness that you see all over TikTok, I feel like it's a waste. You ain't need it. I bought some things and I'm taking it back. For example, like a urinal. I didn't have to use it. Now one time, it's still in the box. You don't need a urinal. You may need one. Let me not say that. You may need one. I didn't need one. So other things that you will need is some type of massage oil when you do your lymphatic massages at home. If you choose to do those in between seeing your massage therapist, you're going to need like creams to heal your incisions and stuff like that. So I made a oil. Well, I've been had this oil on a shelf. If you don't know, I'm an herbalist. I'm a naturopathic practitioner. I make herbal medicine and natural products. And one of the products that I had on my shelf was like this herb infused oil. And that is what I was using to do my lymphatic massages. Terrence broke it today. He was giving TJ a bath, and anywho, he broke it. It was in a glass bottle. So luckily, in my next vlog, I'm going to be showing you all how to make your own lymphatic massage oil. The next question is, would I do it again? I would not do it again. All right, the last question is, who do you think should and shouldn't consider lipo? I think any woman who is healthy and who is putting in the work and still not getting the results they won't. I think those are the women who should consider lipo 360 or a tummy tuck. I hear so many people who be like, all you have to do is exercise and eat right and you can lose your midsection. You definitely can. You can. And it's a lot of people out there who has. It didn't work for me. It just did not work for me. Has it gotten smaller, smaller, small? Yes, it got small, but it still was not where I wanted it to be. And also it still showed in my clothes, and it was my major concern. Like I said, one of the main reason I originally wanted to get a tummy tuck, but like I said, the doctor is so good that when I saw his lipo 360 results, I was like, I saw a lot of people with my type of body type. I was like, yeah, that's what I want right there. I don't have to have a super flat stomach. Long as I look better in my clothes, I'm okay. I don't have to have the washboard flat stomach. Long as I look better in my clothes. Many people, and it seems like it's always people who are, more who are thinner, who never had weight issues or hormonal problems, or who don't have like any type of things, like anything to hurt their metabolism. It's like it's always those people that say like don't get surgery, but it's like, listen, just be grateful that you don't have to be in this battle, and just let people do what they want to do to make them happy. I'm so happy, and I cannot wait until I see my results. The doctors say like in about 2-3 months, that's when I should start seeing more of my results. Right now, expect some swelling here and there, and all of that. Expect that for now, but like around the 2nd month, that's when I should start seeing more of my results, and then it's just going to get better and better. Of course, you have to continue to exercise and eat right. And speaking of eating, I have been eating super clean. I have like been eating super clean. I don't have snacks or nothing. Like usually I have some type of healthy alternative snacks. I've been drinking 96 ounces of water daily, not including coconut water and stuff. So like I have 96 ounces of spring water, and then I might have like 10 to 12 ounces of coconut water, and then I might have like a half a cantaloupe. I've been hydrating and moving the lymph. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you made it to the end, please give me a green heart and consider subscribing so I can keep up with the journey and be all up in my business, honey. And make sure you check out some of my other vlogs, but I'm really excited for the vlogs to come because I'm taking y'all on this journey with me. Just bear with me. Like I like to share, but I am private, so there might not be things that I answer right away because I'm still recovering, and there are certain things that I just want to keep to myself. But I will share as much as I'm comfortable with, and I'm also going to be giving you all tips. You'll see how I'll be eating, how I'll be moving my body. You'll be seeing the products that I make to recover, with my incisions, and with, like the lymphatic massage oil, and my body butter is just about out. You will see me making my body butter, which is something that I use for my bruises and my incisions as well. So stay tuned to all that. Stay tuned for it. So until next time, peace.